Imagine your personal information, like credit card numbers and social security numbers, floating around in cyberspace. It sounds terrifying, right? This is the unfortunate reality for millions after a series of data breaches, and it highlights a growing problem in our digital age. Companies entrusted with our data are failing to protect it. Today, we're diving into the world of data breaches with a closer look at Snowflake. You might be asking yourself, what is Snowflake and why should I care? Well, buckle up because things are about to get interesting. Snowflake is a big deal in the world of data storage. It's like a giant, secure cloud where companies keep their valuable information. But even giants can have weaknesses. In this case, the weakness wasn't the cloud itself, but how people accessed it. Think of it like having a high-tech security system on your house, but forgetting to lock the front door. That's what happened with Snowflake. Hackers got in not by breaking down the walls, but by simply using keys they shouldn't have had. So, what exactly is Snowflake? In simple terms, it's a company that provides cloud-based data storage and analytics. Picture a massive virtual warehouse where companies can store and analyze huge amounts of data. This data is incredibly valuable, holding everything from customer details to financial records. Snowflake's system is designed to be super secure, with separate storage and compute resources. Imagine it like this. You have one heavily guarded vault for storing your valuables, and a separate room with powerful computers to access and analyze that information. This separation is a key part of Snowflake's security model. However, as we'll see, even the best security systems can be compromised if the keys to the kingdom fall into the wrong hands. And in the world of cybersecurity, those keys are often login credentials, usernames, and passwords. This brings us to the heart of the Snowflake data breach, where a simple security oversight had major consequences. The first signs of trouble emerged in May 2024. Reports surfaced of unauthorized access to Snowflake accounts. It quickly became clear that this wasn't just a small-scale incident. Over 165 customer accounts were potentially compromised. Think about the scope of that. We're talking about a massive amount of sensitive data potentially falling into the wrong hands. But how did this happen? How did hackers manage to penetrate Snowflake's supposedly secure system? The answer, as is often the case with data breaches, lies in human error. The attackers didn't hack into Snowflake's system directly. Instead, they gained access through a much simpler route: stolen credentials. These credentials, likely obtained through phishing scams or malware, belong to employees with access to Snowflake accounts. And here's the kicker. Many of these accounts lacked a crucial security feature: multi-factor authentication. Section 4, Santander Bank, caught in the crosshairs. One of the most high-profile victims of the Snowflake data breach was Santander Bank. This global financial institution found itself caught in the crosshairs when hackers gained access to a third-party database containing sensitive employee information. We're talking names, social security numbers, and even bank account details. It was a treasure trove of personal information that no hacker should ever have access to. Over 12,000 US employees were affected by the breach. That's 12,000 individuals who suddenly had to worry about identity theft and financial fraud. It was a stark reminder of the very real human cost of data breaches. Santander, to its credit, was quick to respond. The bank notified affected individuals, offered credit monitoring and identity theft protection services, and launched a thorough investigation into the incident. They also took steps to enhance their security measures, but the damage was already done. Section 5. Ticketmaster, a show of weakness. Santander wasn't the only big name caught up in the Snowflake breach. Ticketmaster, the global ticketing giant, also faced the music when hackers claimed to have stolen a staggering 1.3 terabytes of data. To put that in perspective, that's enough space for roughly 6.5 million photos or 325,000 songs. Except in this case, it wasn't photos or songs that were stolen, but the personal data of approximately 560 million customers. The stolen data included names, addresses, and even order details. It was a stark reminder that even companies that handle our entertainment are vulnerable to cyber attacks. Ticketmaster, like Santander, responded by launching an investigation and collaborating with law enforcement and cybersecurity experts. They also worked to notify affected customers and provide guidance on mitigating potential risks. But for many, the damage was already done. The breach served as a stark reminder that in our digital age, no company is immune to the threat of cyber attacks. Section 6, unveiling the technical weaknesses. So, how did this happen? How did hackers manage to gain access to such sensitive data from two major companies through a supposedly secure platform like Snowflake? The answer, like a lot of tech stuff, can seem complicated, but at its core, it's pretty straightforward. The attackers exploited a chain of weaknesses, starting with stolen employee credentials. These credentials, likely obtained through phishing scams or malware, gave them the keys to the castle. Once inside, they leveraged the lack of multi-factor authentication to bypass security measures and gain access to sensitive data. Think of it like this. Imagine you have a safe with a combination lock. The combination is like a password. Now imagine someone steals your combination. They can now easily open your safe. That's essentially what happened here. The hackers had the combination, the stolen credentials, and there was no second layer of protection like a second lock to stop them. Section 7. Bolstering the defense's lessons learned. The Snowflake data breach, while unfortunate, serves as a valuable lesson in the importance of cybersecurity. It highlights the critical need for multi-factor authentication, regular security audits, employee training, and robust third-party risk management. Think of it like this. You wouldn't leave your front door unlocked, would you? You also probably wouldn't give a stranger the key to your house. The same principle applies to the digital world. Multi-factor authentication acts as a second layer of security, like a deadbolt on your front door, making it much harder for hackers to gain access even with stolen credentials. Regular security audits are like checking your locks and windows to make sure they're still secure. Employee training is crucial to educate staff about phishing scams and other social engineering tactics that hackers use to steal credentials. And finally, third-party risk management ensures that any vendors or partners with access to your systems maintain the same level of security that you do. By implementing these measures, companies can significantly reduce their risk of falling victim to cyber attacks.